Woof woof. The dog is back. The dog is back. And what do we got today? We got this good ass tarot card reader. What the fuck? I can't. Hold on. Pow.
That time period, and they're showing me that you guys had like ancient codes in that language. Okay, so they're recommending that you actually just look at ancient Sanskrit texts, even if you don't understand or speak the language now. It's like your soul kind of it knows that language, you know, and so you can get information from it even if your conscious mind has no idea what it is that you're reading. So there's something about, activation codes in ancient Sanskrit. Okay, so now back to the restraint or the end of conflict. I feel like this is coming up to be seen. There's something about those codes that are going to help you to release something or ending some kind of a conflict. Yeah, it feels like you were bound up in something karmically or bound up in a loop of some kind. Maybe it was a contract of some kind. It feels almost like slavery, but I don't think this is going to apply to everyone, so only take that if that resonates, because I'm not getting it super, super strongly. I'm maybe like 10% of people who are drawn to this group that's going to relate, but yeah. Okay, I actually feel those two cards. Actually, three. Okay. Yeah, four. They just keep saying, take that one, take that one. All right. Chaos. Upper Kentet. There's a lot to do with Kentet as well. 11 coding. Accomplishment. End of the crane. Yeah, this does feel like, I just saw 444. Yeah, there's something about like you being able to end this conflict or end this chaos. You are coming out of a karmic cycle. Yeah, that's what they just showed me with the snake. Okay, so I was getting that. Now they're bringing it through even stronger. You have security. So you're creating inner security now, or your soul is getting back to this place of security. This is Nephthys, goddess of childbirth and mourning. Interesting, okay. Okay, and then sowing seeds. Band of reeds. Number 14. I did feel called to this deck as well, so let's get some of these animal messages for you. The spider. Yeah, okay, when I see the spider, the web always reminds me of like karmic entanglement and sometimes even negative entities and stuff like that. So if you were in like these programs or timelines where there was a lot of negative interference, you may have had, they did just give me the word oppression. Knowledge oppression, they said, knowledge oppression. So you were a very wise and intelligent person. Soul, you are a very wise and intelligent soul, group number 1, and what they're showing me is that you kind of got stuck in this time loop. They're showing me the symbolic, the image that you chose, which was the hourglass. So it was like time kept turning back on itself. You kept looping back into these karmic timelines, and there was something of like a lack of security that was being almost like used against you as a trap to keep you stuck in that loop. But it's like you found a pattern in the chaos so that you could free yourself from the constraints that had been seated in you. It's like there was this use of dysfunctional pain programs, is what they just said. Pain programs to oppress your knowledge, your innate soul wisdom. And there's something about those Sanskrit texts. They keep showing those stone things in front of my eyes. Okay, maybe I'm meant to like extract some of the coding from that. Okay, so what they're showing me is that like the gist of the information that the Sanskrit writings had was like this sacred knowledge, and it was sacred knowledge that gave power over one's environment. It was like a status thing in that day and age. If you could read, if you could write even, it was very, very high status, and therefore you were more knowledgeable, you were of an upper class. And what I'm seeing is that you were a very intelligent person and a very wise knowledgeable, experienced soul. However, in that timeline, part of this loop, and it was like a crime. It was like a crime against you, is what it feels like. That you got stuck in this slavery system of feeling as though you didn't have the intelligence or the wisdom or the knowledge you needed. It was like it was cut off from you, where there were pieces missing, and it led to a lot of self-constraint, believing that you were helpless is what they just said, and then embracing that chaos, like believing in that chaos, thinking that you were lesser than and there were other people who were greater than because they had this knowledge, but it was always accessible within you. It was just like you needed to learn that for yourself. And this was the great accomplishment from that lifetime to now, is that those seeds that were sown actually ended up helping you, ironically, even though those seeds were not necessarily great, right? It was like a lot to do with feeling almost like enslaved by your own false beliefs, like negative self-beliefs and stuff like that were used against you to keep you in that loop. But they ended up actually helping you to create more security for yourself. So it backfired entirely. That's a good thing. And we have the goose. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Okay, group number 1, I feel like you went through a lot in that lifetime and the lifetimes leading up to this. There's been a lot of chaos, okay? Your soul has accomplished a lot here. And it's very, like, your soul is very ambitious in what it takes on. You don't really play it safe. You like to fly high in that sense, which is, I think, why some of those lifetimes, or this one that we're talking about particularly, where you were stuck in that lower state of consciousness, or you felt like you were less than, or whatever it was, it actually
This is Peppy. Grandpappy. I'm your grandpappy. Hey, I'm your grandpappy. What am I doing? I'm sitting down to leave you my legacy. I'm gonna leave it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Not my kinfolk. Their kinfolk. You. Passing it down, like way the hell down, like down on the floor, down there, because I'm gone. Pappy's gone. Pappy lived to be 482 years old. Had good genes in these genes. 482 fucking years I live on this earth. You know what I seen? All kind of shit. Crazy shit. Ain't none of that stuff in them books tell you. They didn't tell you what happened. They tell you what they decided to say would happen to y'all. From us. From your grand people. I'm your grand person. I'm your grandsister. You don't know that because I'm using technology to leave it to you. You may not have this. You may have some sort of flash drive. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you watch in the future. Maybe you got a rock, you polish it up. You look at your rock. Maybe stuff comes to you. I don't know your capabilities. Okay, I'm your grandpappy. Alright? I met your grandmammy 460 years ago at the chariot track. I met her at the chariot track. They was doing some doom boogie shit with the chariots. We went to watch, and I met her there, and I fell in love. I love at first sight. Because she had some big old knockers, man. She had some big old gazungas. I fell in love with her. We got a fish taco, and it was love. We got married. We were married within, you ask her, she's going to leave you something too. Your grandmammy going to leave you something too, some words of wisdom and such. Because she's very good about things that you don't even know. We might still be alive. We may not. I don't know. We don't really. My grandpappy turned into some sort of rock. His grandpappy turned into a tree. I'm not sure if we die or not. I don't know what happens with us. Well, I've been around so long. I figured I would have died 100, 200, 300 years ago, but I guess I don't. Maybe I don't die. Who knows? Kind of old. I do a lot of stuff to keep myself looking, I don't want to look my age. If I look 482 years old, goddamn, I probably look like shit. Probably wouldn't be doing too good. People nowadays you ain't got no nutrients in your food. You don't live very long. You're supposed to live long. longer. All this shit in this world, you're supposed to have time to train and study up and shit. You ain't got it. You already dead. By the time you done learn your shit, you already dead. What's the point? You gotta go on to another one. Go on to another life. You probably thinking, nah, I'm gonna chill out for a while. I'm gonna stay in a golden ball or orb form. And they're gonna push you. They're gonna push you and they're gonna tell you need to do it, but you do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to them goddamn gray aliens. Ask them why they fucking with your shit. You don't know motherfucking gray aliens. I ain't got no gray alien friends. I asked y'all motherfuckers if y'all wanted to talk just to make sure I cover my bases. Y'all didn't say shit. You could have came and abducted me for all you had an opening. And you didn't want to talk. So fuck you aliens. Fuck you aliens. I said what's up. Y'all out there. I know you're out there. Hovering around with your lights all moving around, willy-nilly and zipping around and shit. I don't know why you playing like you ain't here. We see you. We see your ships. That ain't our shit. Except when y'all crash it and we make some of our shit, but they don't let us see that. They gonna keep that secret. We live in a very secretive world. You ain't allowed to know nothing. Because if you was, it would be not tampered with. Everything's tampered with. Food you eat's tampered with. Information you read's tampered with. To fuck you up. To fuck you up. You know why? Because if you fucked up, they get ahead. That's right, they get ahead. They get all the shit, all the land, all the money, then they leave it to their little rat-ass fucking bastard kids that are eviler than them. You don't get shit. It's been going on forever. That's what this place is, in case you didn't know. You might have thought it was a vacation place. It's not. It is not. It's not a work camp either, though. It's sort of like, what the fuck's going on at this place? You know? It's like a mind prison. You think I'm talking shit? I'm being absolutely goddamn serious. This is a fucking mind prison. It's a mind prison for your pussy-ass mind. You gotta get a strong mind. You gotta work that bitch out. You gotta run laps. You're gonna have to pick up the dumbbells. And with your mind, you're gonna have to grow some tentacles to fucking do it. You can't do it with your hand. That ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna have to do it with the mental process. Now, I don't pretend to tell you or know what that may be for you, but I'm pretty sure it's serious business. You need to get after it like yesterday. You need to buckle the fuck down. This is your grandpappy, just leaving down words for you. Hope y'all populate the earth, and good riddance, little bastards.